Man, we can't stop, won't stop, ain't never gonna stop. They actually lost everything. MorePegasus, give us the details. We're here every day reacting to this guy to get all the latest drama news around the Hasan Piker circle. For now, it's the Hasan Piker circle. Maybe somebody will crash out hard enough that we'll get off of this whole arc. But I don't think it's going to be happening anytime soon, because these people just aren't going to get banned, I don't think, from anything until the government gets involved. And they're also massive retards, and they keep being massive retards and getting more retarded every day.
Welcome back to a series so heavenly. Aliens from Mars are watching.
Heavenly?
In today's video,
that's like the opposite of diabolical.
Hasan has just been humiliated by a stand-up comedian. Tectone continues to absolutely roast Hasan. Ethan has caught Anissa, aka Idebs' husband, in several lies and has responded to her Twitter meltdown. Jellywig continues to get absolutely torched by Hasan supporters for daring to say the truth for once. And
that's what we keep saying, man. You step out of line an inch, they'll have your head.
A bunch of more updates. Subscribe to automatically double your PP size.
I don't think I need to get it any bigger. Doubling it would actually make it probably too big. I don't think that'd be a good thing.
And let's begin with our favorite lol cow, Hasan Piker. So basically, this stand-up comedian named Stavros has appeared on Hasan's stream and just randomly started roasting the ever-living shit out of him.
Dude, it was glorious. It was so good.
Stavros clocks Hasan's Peter Pan syndrome.
People are saying young. That's true. You're washed, bitch.
Oh, true.
You're
the same age as me.
Yeah,
You're older than me.
But I accept it. You're trying to be young. I see your big ass pants.
But look at my fucking beard. I have
He said he's the same age as him. How old is Stavros? He's 36. So actually Hasan is older than him, because Hasan is 45-year-old. Because Hasan is a 45-year-old man.
white beard hairs.
No, you're. What about this fucking chain link bullshit?
What
dude?
do you mean?
You know what you're doing.
What about all the rings?
I accept who I am. You're gonna pretend to be young so long. It's gonna be so fucking pathetic.
But I just I can't.
When you're 40, dressing when it comes back around, you're wearing leggings.
Stavros actually dresses like a 60-year-old Cuban man.
Went to a phase party, which is already.
Yeah, I mean, I rest my case, folks.
Exactly.
I mean, he absolutely clocked them immediately. Hasan is definitely the how do you do, kids type of person. Full-grown man in his 30s trying to fit in with teenagers at a phase party. Absolutely embarrassing. I don't know what it is. I think he's really self-conscious of aging in general and just being forgotten. I think it's just a real sore spot for him. And
I think he's just got all of the things that make for a pussy man.
this guy here is just sort of digging the knife. I mean, I still can't believe Hasan is like a decade older.
Imagine getting torched by a guy that looks like this. The only way that happens is if he's got more riz. This guy's got more riz than Hasan, and he just can't take it.
This guy here is just sort of digging the knife. I mean, I still can't believe Hasan is like a decade older than me. He's like 34, yet he's still...
Hey, nah, he's 45.
Still doesn't understand basic common sense. He still doesn't know how to tell right from wrong and doesn't know that supporting terrorists is actually not a good thing. So after this, Hasan tries to switch the topic, you know, to make fun of somebody else, basically anybody but him, but he immediately gets shut down again and just insulted to his face.
At the phase party, like there was a guy that was even older than me.
Yeah.
Okay, and he was like, I think he was like a magician or something.
Awesome.
And he had like crazy hair.
He was a more honorable content creator than you.
Yeah.
Damn.
He provided more to
I'm sorry, there's no other
notes.
But I saw this guy and he's like definitely in his like 40s, maybe late 40s, and he's like surrounded by these like 20-year-olds, and I was like, if I'm ever that, I need to kill myself.
When you are that?
No, I will never be that.
When you are that?
Like I don't like hide my age or anything. I always say I'm old.
Yeah, bro. You look like you're 45 trying to look like you're 18.
And also I have too many injuries to even hide that I'm like
such
useful in any capacity.
Sure.
Nah,
You also
compliment, man.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
That's awful.
Anyway, Hasan's washed. He's pretending he isn't.
Yeah.
You're an old bitch, but you're having trouble with it.
I'm old. I'm washed. I'm.
He's so hurt by this. Bro, if you're defending yourself and you're not clapping back, you were such a pussy boy. You were so hurt.
Gracefully aging.
No, you're not.
I'm gracefully aging.
No, dude.
That's what I'm doing.
I can't wait to see you fucking pathetically try and keep up with trends your whole
Dude,
life.
he is
Oh my
owning him
God,
so
this
hard.
is brutal. So Hasan really thought that he could change the topic right there. You know, let's make fun of this random magician guy that I conveniently brought up right now. By the way, I did see that phase party while doing research for a video, and I'm pretty sure that the magician guy there was like hired to be there. So you're literally just making fun of a guy who was doing his career. Unlike you, he didn't literally specifically seek out and try to hang out with young people like you do. Hasan's strategy is pretending that everybody automatically likes him and enjoys being around him. He tries to sort of ingratiate himself in between these more popular groups, so that way he can always sort of keep his relevancy. But I feel like that facade is starting to fade now because your own friends are having to tiptoe around you, hide
Yeah, because he's an actual terrorism supporter.
you from sponsorships. You can't even go on your friends' podcasts anymore like Trash Taste because you just get so much backlash. Heck, even your connection with Ludwig is getting him in trouble. It seems like you just destroy everything.
He's dragging everybody down with him. And he doesn't even care. It's like crabs in a barrel, you know?
You touch, and that's
He's
why
just the
nobody
biggest
actually
crab for
wants to
now.
associate with you. You're not one of the 20-year-olds anymore. You're just a washed-up political hack. It's time to accept it. Then Hasan just continues getting bullied here, and he just like has no comeback. It's sad.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be awesome. You're doing fit
I'm
pics
gonna,
at 42.
I'm gonna be dressed like Greg.
Well, honestly, in Hasan's defense here, which is rare, how are you supposed to make fun of a guy like Stavros? Anything you say, he's gonna deal it right back 10 times harder. You kind of just got to take it on the chin at that point. Because you can tell him that he looks like a 60-year-old Cuban man. You can make a bunch of GTA jokes. You can make all the pedo jokes. But I think he's got better ones. He's an actual professional.
Mirror selfies.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you're literally you're cruising for a Gelman existence, dude.
Stavros is the only guy that can do a stream with Hasan and isn't going to get a bunch of heat and get canceled. And actually probably become more famous and more liked because of it.
It's like full circle, because you used to dress really awesome, and then in the future you will also dress really awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be the Greg Gelman.
You will be.
I'm gonna be the reverse Gelman, anti-Israel.
Or like, I don't know, I could also see you going like the Depp route, like wearing like a lot of drapey stuff.
This guy is like trying so hard to glaze Hasan. So hard. This is one of Hasan's yes men right here.
And like rings. Like not quite Rick Owens, but like, you know.
Yeah.
No.
Like
No, we can't conceive of what the equivalent to that in 10 years. He will be doing it.
Oh my god.
He thinks he'll be like, oh no, I'm not doing rings or whatever, but he's gonna do whatever that thing is, and he's gonna think it's new. Those guys don't think they're lame. He's not gonna think he's lame, but he's gonna be such a fucking loser.
I have too many people
He's already there, bro. He's already there.
in here that would rip my asshole apart if I were to do that.
Really? Really? Your chat is going to rip your a-hole? How can you just straight up lie in front of their faces like that? Everybody knows you live in the biggest echo chamber known to man. You have a fanatical cult following who doesn't even question you when you support literal terrorists. So what are you talking about? You could literally go out on the street and shoot 10 people, murder them, and your chat would cheer. They'd type like based and put hearts for you. This guy acting like he isn't surrounded by anything but yes men is crazy. This is the first time somebody has actually called you out on your bullshit and is actually like making fun of you. And I feel like Hasan is just extremely insecure about this, like
He obviously is. That's why he's being so defensive.
just getting old in general. And I feel like you don't need to be. Just sort of accept that aging is a natural process of life, nothing to be feared. Just stop pretending like you're still one of the college kids. It's weird. If you want to be taken seriously, you gotta somewhat act your age, you know? Especially in the political sphere or whatever.
Asshole apart if I were to do that.
Yeah,
like,
you would think they were flirting with you. You would be old and be like, haha, just young chatters. we're all on the same page.
Look,
Everyone who grows up has families. Dude, even Austin has like an adopted Korean son with his husband.
Dude, it's so hard to make fun of a guy for not having any kids or any family. So hard.
And you're fucking still hanging on to your youth, dude.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. I
I
promise
know.
you.
I know.
Chat, put a pin in it. 10 years from now, let's see what Hasan's doing. It's
Look,
gonna be pathetic.
well,
Oh my god.
Oh,
he
damn.
actually just took the knife and put it deep into his heart there. Because we all know that 10 years from now, Hasan will not even have a career. I 100% guarantee you this. There is no shot,
Not this kind of career. He might be working somewhere, but I don't think he's gonna have anything in the limelight.
universe in which this guy survives another 10 years. Here's what's gonna happen. He's either 1, completely losing relevance, number 2, getting checked into a mental institution, number 3, being assassinated by one of his deranged followers who he happened to disagree with once, or number 4, getting arrested. Or
Yeah,
5,
that's probably the most likely scenario.
all of the above, I don't know. And I want you guys
right.
to do me a favor. Send me this clip to the one person that actually remembers. Send me this clip in 10 years. And obviously, I will continue to be successful the entire
Somebody will remember. I think MorePegasus might be the greatest slop channel of all time in 10 years. Everybody will be watching him.
time forever and ever, so I will be here on the internet to receive this clip. And I want you guys to tell me and let me know that I was right all this while back, a decade ago. And I just know that Hasan has no staying power because he's made his career. I mean, he didn't really make his career. He was gifted his career by his multi-millionaire uncle, but he's quote unquote made his career from literal brain rot politics. The only reason anybody watches Hasan is because, oh well, we're on the same side of politics, might as well watch this guy. You basically just want to hear someone who already says all the, policies you're thinking and maybe shares your radical extremist terrorist beliefs. Meanwhile, everybody else actually had to make a career from something else, starting from the bottom. Literally post like 200 videos before getting even 10 views.
Yeah, and what a guy like Hasan, the viewers that he pulls in, the people that agree with him, are either A, terrorists, or B, they see Hasan glazing the terrorists, and they're not like terrorist supporters at this point, but they're like, oh, okay, Hasan's talking about these guys. I like Hasan. Hasan's saying that they're good people, and that all of the things that I've been hearing about them are bullshit. I mean, I think probably I'll support the Houthis. Yeah, support the Houthis. Death to America! Haha, you see? It's just a funny little chant. Doesn't mean they actually want to kill everybody in America. No. Just means stop all the wars. That's what it means.
Actually develop a personality, a humor, something, a fan base that isn't full of terrorist supporters. I mean, it is going to be incredible, absolute cinema. This guy's going to lose all of his relevance, and it's just going to be the most insane meltdown ever. That shit didn't hit hard until the last part about Hasan having no family. Don't worry, he can
No, the whole thing hit hard. That just hit the hardest.
visit unlimited amount of brothels. That's what
Actually, whenever he said it was pathetic, that there at the very end, that one hit pretty hard.
life's about. Right, so Tectone responded, making fun of him.
Bro, Hasan hates being called 45.
Oh, yeah,
it
he does.
drives him insane. The fact that he has a hair transplant, the fact that he uses finasteride every day, he's willing to risk the strength of his erections to make sure that he at least appears decent on the outside. In case you don't know what I'm saying here, let me pull this up real quick. Finasteride, a medication primarily used for treating male pattern baldness and prostate enlargement, can cause erectile dysfunction as a side effect. This
dude's pee-pee don't work. That's what he's saying.
guy is so willing to remove the ability of his penis from being able to fuck or breed or give up the ability to have children because this guy is so obsessed. This guy is so obsessed with his appearance.
Honestly, I think it might be a good thing for the world and for whatever child that he may have had or was going to have, but is totally not going to have anymore because his pee-pee doesn't work. But that child would have probably lived a very rough life. Probably would have been handed a fortune, but, that doesn't mean happiness.
He's willing to throw away anything that doesn't make him look good. His dick is floppy as a goddamn pancake, but it doesn't matter to him because as long as people think he looks good, that's the only thing that matters. Brother, look at the glasses, look at the fake hair, look at the chain, look at the Gucci bag. This guy wants you to think that he's cool so bad. But the reality is, underneath all the glitz, all the glam, we all know what you look like, Hasan. Without your hair, without your beard, this is what you would have looked like if you didn't get that hair transplant. And we all know it. You're a weak man, pumping your body, full of steroids.
Hey, hang on, just a second. I'm gonna need to borrow this. I need to borrow that.
Bruh, so
Whoa, wait, no, I need to borrow this. Where is it? Need you? There we go. I got myself a portrait of Hasan Piker. Awesome.
Know it. You're a weak man, pumping your body, full of steroids.
bruh, somebody in his chat typed Hasan has no piker. That
Damn, that is diabolical.
is diabolical.
Oh, yes.
Now listen, I don't know what Hasan has revealed in his past. I'm not an avid viewer, obviously. I don't know what stuff he takes or whether or not he's actually on roids. I wouldn't put it past him though. He is definitely a shortcut kind of guy. You know, entire career handed to him, pays for
You know, I think me and MorePegasus and Nuxtaku, we're all on the same wavelength. They just don't know that I'm there.
sex, went to a brothel in another country for this purpose, yet has the audacity to call other people passport bros. It's just a different level of patheticness. Admitted he allows his girlfriend to sleep with other men. No self-respecting man does that. iDubbbz 2.0. And I think it's hilarious he's actually getting called out and he just couldn't come up with a single comeback, bro. Roast back a bit. Holy shit. I mean, you can easily make fun of that guy, but you just sat there and took it, bro. Then Tectone talks about how Hasan was bragging about his money at a phase party despite, you know, being a socialist.
You immediately had to brag that you make more money than everybody else. That's crazy, bro. If you're such a communist.
He's just having fun. That's all he was doing. He wasn't actually, it was just a joke. He was just joking around with all the people. Because that's the kind of guy he is. He likes to joke about how rich he is. That's how rich he is.
Communist, if you're such a socialist, why are you flexing your wealth at every opportunity to literal children?
I went to a phase party, which is already
I mean,
And you know what he did when he went to the phase party, dude? So I don't want to brag, but I'm a 45-year-old man hanging out with children. Phase up.
Oh my God, bro. Shane, not one watch, but 2 watches. $600 t-shirt with a gold wristband.
I guarantee you he is wearing at least $5,000 on him right now.
And whatever the this green piece of shit thing.
That's probably the most expensive piece that he's got. The weirdest piece is usually the most expensive. And it makes no fucking sense how it always works like that.
I got no idea what the that is. How many accessories do you have? Hasan, you know why you need to watch all that shit? Because there is nothing of substance beneath the surface. Oh my God, and 2 golden
People call that peacocking. I believe that is called peacocking.
rings. There's more.
It's where you try and make yourself look pretty to attract mates. But I don't know why he's trying to do that, because his pee-pee don't work. Hasan has no piker.
Every time he moves, he spawns like 8 other pieces of gold. How much do you need to hide your insecurities? Holy.
Hasan actually reminds me of the lady on that Lesbos episode of South Park with all the gold all over. Bald.
Don't tell me there's more on his other hand.
he was a more on.
Oh my. There's more on the other hand. No, guys. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 rings on right now. He has 4. So a chain, 4 rings, sunglasses, indoors. These are not glasses, they're tinted. Okay? As well as he's wearing 2 watches at the same time with a golden ring around his wrist and another green strap.
The ultimate champagne socialist. Literally got $50,000 of clothes and accessories on his body, maybe more. But then we'll say, tax the rich, eat the rich, we hate the rich. Not me though, Pokemon ass, bleh. $1 million mansion, luxury supercar, constantly taking donation from his broke followers. Literally the opposite of every value he
Bro, calling his followers broke, that's That's a nice dig. I like that.
He espouses. Go ahead and burn other people's cars, guys, but not mine. Go loot other people's businesses,
true.
but not my house, guys. If you rob my house, I'm calling the cops. I always find it so telling when people
Yeah, he probably doesn't even have to call the cops. He's got a gun. Well, he'd have to call the cops, but he's got a gun, so don't mess with him because he's in America. He's an American. He's allowed to do that.
flex their belongings or their money. It just screams insecurity. You don't need to do that. People already know you are rich. You're a big creator. The only reason you would do that is to validate your own ego, especially when you're among your peers, right? You're in this little streamer party and you want to impress everybody. Oh, it's that political hack streamer who's like a decade older than all of us.
Yeah, it's like the guy at the high school party who's trying severely to be cool in front of everybody, and everybody just thinks he's super lame. Like, everybody knows that guy. There's always that guy. Hasan seems like the guy that pull out an acoustic guitar at a party because he thinks he's the coolest guy there because he can play an acoustic guitar. Which, Hasan probably can't play an acoustic guitar. I'm just using that as an example.
How do I fit in? Oh, he's actually rich, guys. Like, what does that even do? Other than, I guess, lure in thirsty ehos, gold diggers, I guess? Absolute degenerate freak. Dude, I'm so lucky that I had a good family environment and I grew up, like, you know, watching PewDiePie, for instance, because, you know, he would teach you the values that you don't really need to constantly flaunt your rich possessions or whatever to be rich.
Yeah, so fucking based. I also watched PewDiePie growing up, and, like, Game Grumps, angry video game nerd. Like, I watched a lot of cool people. I didn't watch any of these rich weirdos. And maybe some of the people that I watched were rich, but they weren't weirdos about it. And they weren't, like, trying to flex their cash all the time.
Respected. Respect comes naturally from the kind of person you actually are and the actions you take on a daily basis. Then Tectone talks about all the chemicals he's supposedly using.
Bitch, but you're having trouble with it.
True.
I'm old. I'm washed.
I never hide my age. Gets a hair transplant, pumps steroids, uses finasteride. Yeah, I know, man. You're really embracing the natural aging process. I know, bro. You're so honest and truthful. Oh my God, my hero.
I'm gracefully aging.
No, you're not.
I'm gracefully aging.
Yeah, saying that you're gracefully aging when you're literally not is such a cope. We can all see it. It's written all over your rings on your fingers.
Yeah, after he pumped 80,000 gallons of chemicals into his body, oh man, he's gracing like a delicate little angel.
You know, I'd be really curious to see Hasan's blood work. It would be so hilarious if even the one thing that people respected him for, you know, like the good physique, even if that was a sham. If that was a sham too, that is sad. But I have a feeling that that's never gonna go public. That's never gonna drop. But yeah, I don't know. I think people are hyper obsessed over appearance these days. Someone I knew as well went for some weird surgery. I think it was like a double eyebrow slit something. They like flew to Korea or something. And I didn't understand why. They showed me like the before and after, and I was like, I literally could not tell the difference. I was like, yeah, it looks pretty good. Now I understand if you're like face is burnt off and it hurts for people to look at you. I mean, that makes sense. That's kind of hard to deal with on a daily basis. But a lot of these people, you know, they look great already, but, you know, society has convinced them they're not enough. They get in over.
It's not even really that society convinced them. They really convince themselves that it's not enough. And they think that society thinks this. So they're like, I gotta fit in. I gotta be pretty. And a lot of them are just like, I gotta be pretty than everybody else.
Over their heads, they get really anxious and they get really neurotic about everything, and then they make pretty stupid decisions. Bro.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, you're aging, admit it. But I was at the phase party. Right, moving on to the...
I bet as soon as Hasan starts to age, like actually age, and starts to look like he's actually in his 40s and 50s, gonna look like these guys. Igor and Brichka Bogdanov. This is Hasan's future.
The Time Magazine Top 100 Creators list. Turns out a lot of people made the list, like Theo Von, Joe Rogan, Hawk to a Girl, and Hasan Piker.
Well, there you go. Time Magazine. Terrorist supporters.
Hasan responds, honored to be on this list alongside many greats like Haktua. Definitely memeing, but a very interesting list here. Apparently Asmongold did not make the list.
Yeah, that's how you know it's fucking bullshit. That people like Asmongold didn't make the list.
Despite being the 8th most searched term on YouTube globally. That's actually an insane statistic. I don't know if that's accurate. So Asmon responded,
I don't know this guy. I know she's on TikTok. I don't.
Yeah, and I know Asmongold's not going to think that he should be on there, but he definitely should be. It's fucking stupid. I don't even know who any of these people are. And nobody does.
I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't know him. I don't know this guy. I know this guy. Okay, I know Pokimane. I know Pokimane. There, I know that one. All right, I got one. Okay, I know this guy. We know this guy. That's Hasan. Who are these people? Like, I don't even know. The Hawk Tua girl? Wait, I didn't even see her. Did she make the list? Wait.
Why? Why? Is there somebody at Time that watches these people and that's why they put them on the list? Hey, I recognize this guy. I recognize that guy. He does the, like, fast food hacks.
Just to put things into perspective, they included a literal crypto scammer.
My Hawk meme coin is live!
The fact that Time Magazine most influential creators doesn't include Asmongold, XQC, or H3 is so on brand for Time, I can't even complain. Asmongold is one of the top 10 search terms on YouTube. Yeah, I know. The thing is that if they want to put me on the list, I appreciate it. If they don't want to put me on the list, that's fine.
yeah, a lot of these people just don't really make sense here. I mean, Pokey is barely relevant. It seems like
I think the fact that they didn't put him on the list, as it makes Asmongold even happier to know that he should have been on the list and they didn't put him on there because he's a controversial figure. And he's just like, you know, that's just about right. You know, everybody agrees that I should be on the list and I'm not. It's just kind of funny. These people, they're gonna fucking lose it, man. It's completely retarded.
like a random PR list or just like they needed to come up with a list and didn't want to do any sort of actual research to find out who's actually the most influential. Obviously, Hawk Tua ain't influencing anybody after that whole crypto scam. So I don't know. I don't think anybody should take these things seriously. It's just like the old boomer media trying to pretend like they know what's going on.
Yeah, and they obviously have no fucking clue. They probably looked at like a bunch of top 100 lists and then just combined them.
I mean, if Hasan was on there, Asmon has to be there because he's way bigger and way more relevant. Anyways, moving on to Ethan's response to Anissa and her whole meltdown.
Ian won't be happy I'm doing this, but I think we need more transparency. Promotion
Ian isn't really into transparency. Ian is kind of a shady dude.
Hey, why you doing? Watch those Trump hands.
I think what we need is transparency right now. So
he was being too cowardly. He was trying to cover it up.
Yeah,
but I just can't.
I'm gonna be brave.
Cover it up
I'm gonna stand up. Despite what his wishes,
he's trying to stop
his wishes and tell you the truth.
Yes.
It's just like, why even word it like that?
That's catastrophic.
No, the word is diabolical.
Hey, there he is
actually.
again.
But yeah, Anissa just wants everybody to know that iDubbbz was the one who wasn't happy with this, right? iDubbbz wanted to be the snake and hide everything from everyone. He didn't want any transparency. Meanwhile, the lovely and truthful and beautiful Anissa, you know, the infallible, she is the one who decided to spill the beans for everybody. What a nice person. I can't believe she did this. Amazing. What Anissa's doing here is so evil, you couldn't even put this shit in Game of Thrones. Basically what she's doing here, and I guarantee you this, okay, just this, the future prediction, Pegasus is never wrong, we know this, right? She's laying down the foundation for when she eventually divorces him, right? When all the friends and everybody asks like, oh my god, I thought you had a, you know, good marriage, everything was going well, what happened? She will point to this situation. She will be like, well, you know, we had this whole creator clash thing, and then I, the amazing Anissa, was trying to do the good thing here. You know, I was trying to reveal the truth to everybody, but then iDubbbz, this disgusting husband of mine, did not want me to. He wanted to rope me into his malicious activities. But I, the innocent queen, of course, was just trying to do the right thing all along. Absolutely masterful gambit. Not even Magnus Carlsen could come to this level of absolute genius play IQ. Then Ethan looks at an old clip where iDubbbz essentially gets caught lying here because Anissa has just exposed him.
Don't worry. Man, this is a lot. This is a lot going on. Okay.
Elon,
All right.
I'm not going to blame
I had
you
to soak
guys
that in.
for anything Creator Clash related. I know you're terrified of taking accountability for anything, so that will
What?
rest solely.
Just saying
You
that.
dumb bitch. You're such a dumb bitch.
Like,
Ian.
you're just
Holy
saying
fuck.
that. What about what? Okay,
related.
wait.
I know.
The irony is insane.
Insane. I
It's
can't-
insane. Now, just bear in mind,
unbelievable.
Anissa just admitted.
Now, okay. Now Ethan is finally seeing what we've been dealing with this whole time. He's just now noticing that all these people, they say all this bullshit, and it's so ironic because they're the ones who are doing it. It's projection. It's just projection.
iDubbbz is trying to cover this up, but I'm going to tell you guys the truth. This event was doomed before the content cop.
Oh my God. I never knew that. Thanks for telling me, Ethan, that this was going to be doomed. It was doomed from the beginning. We didn't know. We had no idea. I actually had no idea that this whole event was going on. I thought it was just done. I thought Creator Clash 2 was the last one. I didn't know we had a third one coming up. Fuck.
Bear that all in mind and listen to this.
He's saying the event is going to be worse than TanaCon. Can't wait for them to blame us for their failed event. The internet might actually blame you guys for it. Now, with this.
Well, actually, I wouldn't say blame them. Maybe give credit to. Because I think people are giving credit to Ethan for this whole thing being destroyed.
The who? Is there someone you know named the internet? Because that would make more sense. Yeah, my buddy Internet.
Bob Internet.
He hates Ethan. You're actually trying to blame your failure that you knew was your failure, that you knew was miserably failing after the second one failed, and you decided to make the third one, which failed even more spectacularly. That is my fault for responding to your fucking content cop.
Yes.
I guarantee you the next Creator Clash is going to be in their backyard. It's just going to be a bunch of alcohol with a trampoline.
So basically, Anissa exposed that iDubbbz knew, even at this time, that the event was failing, right? But he wanted to find a way to blame it on Ethan, right? That's the whole thing. The whole narrative was that Ethan is the one that crashed their charity event because...
Yeah, because they can't take any accountability. None of these people can ever take accountability. Nothing is ever their fault. They can do no wrong. The world is against them.
You know, he's on this long harassment campaign or whatever, but Anissa just exposed that it was crashing in the first place already, and they just needed the scapegoat of Ethan to absolve themselves of all accountability. Then he talks about the ultimate theory, Anissa preparing to divorce Ian.
They will be divorced within a year. She's planting the seeds of trying to make him seem like a bad partner, irresponsible, shady, etc., etc. She already did it once before when she was like, I bought this cake 10 days afterwards because Ian forgot my birthday. And now it's like Ian's trying to cover up this scandal, but I'm going to step up and tell it like it is. I want you to take in everything.
Why you got to zoom in like
Your
that?
wife hates you.
True.
She is currently laying the groundwork to ruin your life. If you can't see that, you will never see it. She just threw you under the bus. She called you a shady scammer. She made this announcement without talking with you about it first, or at least...
She doesn't want to get known. She doesn't want to be known as a scammer. She wants to save her own ass. She's going to backstab her own husband to make it seem like she's still a good person.
Without your blessings, and just look at you.
Damn, bro. Look at him is brutal. Your wife hates you is absolutely brutal, all right? It's true, but brutal. And yeah, it really does seem like she's laying out the groundwork to abandon him in the future, right? And if you remember, the way she actually met iDubbbz and the reason she went for him is because her mom gave her 2 conditions of marrying a husband, either be Muslim or be rich, right? And iDubbbz fit the category of being this multi-millionaire YouTuber. So essentially, she admitted she was a gold digger at that time, right? So after she got with this very successful YouTuber, she ruined his life and his career, sucked all of the money and clout out of him like a...
Yeah, well, I wonder what does that. Is it a succubus? Is he gonna say succubus?
Blood-sucking leech, a
Nope.
parasite.
Damn, we were almost there.
Of the highest degree, right? I was gonna compare it to something in anime, but you know, I'm gonna refrain myself a little bit here. But yeah, moving on to the next host now, right? After essentially sucking iDubbbz completely dry because He's lost everything at this point. It's just completely over for him. So now the next host. All right. So watch out. This is a warning, an absolute warning to any men in the vicinity of Anissa's area. All right. Stay away. Stay away. Then Ethan talks about how Lena never got paid.
Anissa keeps lying. She keeps lying and saying all the fighters were paid. And they have not paid Lena back. It's a fucking
also, Dad? Did they also not pay Dad?
lie. She's a liar. And I don't even know that that's true that she paid everyone else back either. You're the one that called Lena and convinced her in good faith and put your reputation on the line for her to participate in this event. You should be taking money out of your bank account and giving it to her.
100%.
Period.
But then that would be out of her bank account. Like, that's her money. She shouldn't be obligated to pay her money for something when it was the company that did it. She's not involved in the company anymore, Ethan. Like, what a piece of shit. What a way to get out of paying money. Oh, I don't owe anybody anything because my business failed. Like, give me a fucking break, man.
Yeah.
If the organization, Aaron Hansen, doesn't want to pay them back, then you damn well should be.
Fuck yeah.
I loved what it stood for. What's that? What did it stand for?
I don't know. What do you think?
Utter incompetency and failure and repeated failure?
I love that.
I don't like that.
I love it.
Lying about raising money for charity, failing to raise money for charity, wasting people's time.
Love it.
But it just wasn't realistic. None of it was malicious. It doesn't matter that it's malicious. It's so negligent. This is like negligent event slaughter.
Oh, don't.
I don't know if it's worse than negligence. It's actual, complete retardation.
Be fooled. I mean, this was definitely malicious. I mean, you can give them the benefit of the doubt, but how many times are you gonna do that? Literally, how many times? We've seen them pull the shit over and over and over again. This is like the third event at this point. And yes, the first one wasn't a catastrophic failure, but again, even that one I'm skeptical of because they probably could have raised even more money. Also, she did just completely lie, saying that she paid all the fighters and compensated everyone. I don't know why she...
Well, she compensated everyone around her in her immediate circle, and she compensated herself, definitely. That was who got compensated first. That 34% profit, you know?
Even told this lie because it's so easy to disprove. The only thing she secured was her own bottom line, which is crazy, right? The number one thing she secured was making sure her and iDubbbz actually got paid before the fighters got paid, who are not as well off as them, and before the charity got paid. Apparently, the kids with cancer are definitely not as well off as them, obviously. So no, I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt. They were literally trying to snub charity. These are not good people, all right? I feel like they just need to admit what they did and move on from the situation. Like, I feel like...
Yeah, well, that's never gonna happen. They'd rather just let their careers burn down in flames and then blame everybody for it. And they can keep blaming everybody for it.
In a lot of these situations that we cover, if the people can just take accountability and move on, like, people will stop hounding them. For example, Ludwig, like, even though, you know, he probably should have given, like, a way better apology or something like that, the second he gave the slightest bit of, okay, I regret my actions, everybody completely left him alone. Now everybody's on his side because Hasan and his goon squad are targeting him, which we'll cover later in this video. But yeah, it's pathetic.
Yeah, he fucked around and he's finding out. And hopefully he's going to keep in the find out phase where he finds out that everybody that he was with on Hasan's side is a fucking retard. We're retards too, but we're okay. We're good retards. At least we try to be. Those people, those retards are complete retards. They're massive retards. We're obsessed with money, power, and fame. And that's it. And doing like evil degenerate shit for pleasure.
Pathetic. They completely ignore all the criticism. You know, then Ethan responds to the ugly, out-of-touch losers comment.
Why does bro focus more on the women and his harassment? iDubbbz made the content cop, but he's threatening Ian. I don't care, bitch. Join the club of ugly, out-of-touch losers.
Woo! That's us. The ugly army. We're a bunch of ugly incels.
Why? And again, she's so obsessed with looks.
Is she calling out you?
Yeah.
Did you see how sexy you looked in your pants today?
Loser? Are you in any position to call anyone a loser at this point? Like, you are the ultimate loser. You've lost everything. You have nothing. You've lost everything.
What did I say, fellas? I never clickbait. Everything I say or do is a future prediction. It actually all comes true. Whenever I say it's over, he's done, she's done, whatever, they lost everything. It's just future facts. Nobody can ever accuse me of clickbaiting ever again.
Oh, here she is trying to get in with the girlies. Can we get a group?
And my clickbait isn't even like that. My clickbait is Ludwig is a massive fucking retard. That's what my clickbait is.
Group chat with Taylor Lorenz, Denims, and Frogan. I think we got to start our own coven.
Oh my god. That is an absolute nightmare blunt rotation of people. We got Denims, 0 IQ. We got Anissa, soul-sucking harpy. We got Alyssa, which I won't even get into, as crazy as Taylor. And Taylor, #1 Hasan simp journalist. And Froggen, oh my god, she counts as 999 members in a group chat. If you try to make a group chat with her, it won't work. Like, the capacity gets exceeded, right? So you need a new number beyond infinity, actually. Dude, they genuinely probably walk around with like witch aura. Like, you know, they enter a new town. Just picture this, right? They're entering a new town. They're coming down the road. The sky behind them just turns black. It starts raining, thundering, you know, like in those cartoons and shit, because they can just sense their aura. Then he pulls up a clip where Anissa says she's really proud of what they've done.
I'm very proud of what you've done. I'm very proud of, you know.
I am too.
They just all look like degenerate freaks that ended up with money. That's what they all seem like to me.
What is it he's done? What are you proud of? That's unbelievable. And remember, this is after they stepped away, after the content cop, and where they already knew this event was doomed. I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud of us, guys.
Talks.
Why are y'all controlling your fighters and telling them who they can and can't talk to after you've managed an event and you've dropped out? Y'all are weird as fuck. It was my job to communicate internally, numbnuts. What? I thought you had nothing to do with anything. You had nothing to do with anything. She wants all the credit and none of the responsibility. It truly is mind-bending.
Really? Numbnut? What is she, 84? What kind of boomer-ass insult is that? And I just love how she pretends to have so much respect.
I'll tell you what kind of boomer-ass insult that was. That was somebody who was retarded and actually doesn't know anything except for what her boomer parents told her and then what she found out on the internet. That's like the kind of person she is. That like everything that her parents say is what she's gonna do. That's how she's gonna live her life. That's why she married iDubbbz. Because of what her mom said.
Responsibility, but also have no responsibility at the very same time. Whatever is convenient to the situation. If you remember, when the content cops were doing well, oh, I was behind the whole thing. It was all my idea. I pushed Ian to do everything. I want all the credit from all those millions of views on the content cop and everybody respecting Ian at that time. And now, when the content cop flops, oh, I had nothing to do with it. It was all Ian, actually. Why would you blame me, guys? Despite Ian literally citing you in the video. Absolutely pathetic. Anyways, moving on to Jellywig. Basically, last time we talked about how Ludwig gave his opinion on the Creator Class 3 situation, and
it was absolutely best and correct.
Actually defended Ethan. Rare Ludwig W. But unfortunately, he is now getting torched by Hasan fans for finally saying the truth. The Hasan side of Twitter is not happy with Ludwig for his take on iDubbbz's content cop. You hosted an event last week where you let a
Yeah, actually, if you step out of line. If you step out of line, man, this is what happens. They'll have your head.
Alcoholic SA multiple women. I don't want to hear anything about PR from you. By the way, all these tweets have a ton of likes. Every now and then, Ludwig tries to drift into the middle ground only to crash into a rotten take. This particular one is so bad and poorly worded, it has Ethan Klein believing he is defending him. He literally is, though. This is like him donating 10K to a Palestinian charity and then going, I won't be part of Hasan's charity stream advocate much because many of y'all in my community don't F with the cause. So this is pulling a Frogan again, where Ludwig donates 10K to the charity and she calls it chump change. I think the main takeaway out of all this is how content-brained a lot of these streamers are. They don't care about the ongoing genocide because it isn't making them money.
Don't you know there's a genocide? There's a genocide, Ludwig!
Yes, how can you possibly talk about this when there's a genocide going on? This is ridiculous. I can't believe you're making this tweet when there's a genocide. What the heck, man? Mental illness. So Ethan responded.
I've been waiting for somebody to ask me about how I feel about the genocide in Palestine. Because that's how I'm gonna comment. I'm just gonna be like, don't you know there's a genocide?
Just giving a little backstory of Ludwig's missing spine when it comes to situations involving Hasan.
And he had Hasan in the thumbnail. And Hasan texted him while he was live and bitched him out. And he fucking erased the video and re-uploaded it with the part about Hasan cut out and the thumbnail changed. How pathetic does it get? You know, and then he lied about it. He's like, oh, the sponsor. He said the sponsor was upset because it wasn't getting enough views. And after like a few hours of being up.
That doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen.
It's just a total lie, yeah. But anyway, something's overcome Ludwig because he's...
I wouldn't doubt that 7 million view video, that content cop. I wouldn't doubt that it was botted.
He's actually found it within his heart to be truthful about this. And I know that Hasan isn't going to like this because it goes against the narrative.
I'm not trying to be controversial here.
The fact that it's even considered controversial to state something that's plainly obvious is fucking bananas. I'm just reading the chat, and he has such a big crossover with Hasan, and these people are just so fucking washed.
I like how that's the exact reaction we had to Ethan just a while back when he was co-hosting with Hasan. Like, I can't believe Ethan has such a crossover with Hasan. But now, luckily, he has broke free and is saying it to Ludwig now. And hopefully, Ludwig also breaks free of the clutches of the cringe Hasan audience.
Yeah, I think Ethan bought a little bit too much into the anti-Trump Democrats because he was a Democrat. So he just, you know, fell in line with all the Democrats, but then he realized, hey, if you step out of line an inch, they'll have your head. And all of them are fucking insane. All of these people are insane.
Who literally just sort of hounds you at every single turn, and literally for the dumbest shit, not for actual, you know, justifiable shit like the whole Mango situation, but literally giving the right opinion about the whole Ethan situation, basically stating like objective facts. So then he calls out Ludwig's chat.
Ethan's harassment didn't help. Who did I harass? You mean criticizing Ian and Anissa? Harass? Dude, Ian made a video fucking Fortnite dancing with all the people that have been harassing me. And it's my fault for responding? Like, how snark-brained can you be? I see people saying literal genocide defender. Is there anything we can't make about
No.
The genocide?
Everything's about that.
They're calling him a coward.
Don't you know there's a genocide going on, Ethan? Genocide! Genocide! My microphone's having trouble picking that up.
They're saying, yes, I blame Ethan. His chat gets upset at him. And it's so telling. I find this whole thing so interesting. But I do appreciate Ludwig finding a little bit of a spine there and clocking the business he's standing on or whatever.
Damn, I didn't know that H3H3 was up to date with the Jellywig lore. I guess somebody's been watching the series. Open invitation, Ethan, to be on an episode of the most legendary saga on YouTube. It would be a great crossover. But honestly, Ludwig is going through it right now. Bro just cannot win. Getting called out by every single side. There is no response he can give where he can just chill. But kinda expected.
Bro, you did that to yourself. We tried to tell you. We tried to tell you. We told Ethan. He finally figured it out. And I think Ludwig's figuring it out. Like, you can't side with these terrorist supporters. They're fucking retarded. They are. They have violence on their brain.
For, you know, cultivating and pandering to that community.
It is funny to see his chat get mad. Absolutely insane. You're defending Ethan fucking Klein. No way. Ethan supports genocide. This is it. None of this has anything to do. This is the reason, by the way, this is one of the reasons why he stopped doing Mogul Mail. If anybody can't see what he's saying here, they are delusional. So everybody now is going and shitting on Ludwig. And this is the problem that these people have. Ludwig can have the most.
Is Ludwig going to come out and apologize? And is he going to come out against Ethan? Is that what's going to happen now?
Most reasonable, well-intentioned take, and somebody will turn this into Ludwig being a Zionist.
Now click this video to have a wonderful day going forward. Rare Pegasus blessing. Cherish it while you can, because the next 15 videos are going to have threats. Alrighty, bye-bye.
I thought there was more to that video. I didn't think it was already going to end that soon, and it's already been 35 minutes. Damn. Okay, we went through that one pretty quick. Like I felt like he was on a roll there, man. I feel like his videos are getting better. There's like they're going quicker. There's more information. Like and subscribe for all the Wait. Like and subscribe. Ding the bell for all the notifications. There we go.